It's all gonna go somewhere.
Let's be real, we take showers, right? We wash our hands, we go into our prime pooping position. Shout out to Matt.
And in the kitchen, you wash your hands and you do dishes.
Where's it go?
Where does it go?
It goes in your holding tanks.
What's a holding tank?
Let's talk about that. So there's two types of holding tanks. You have a gray tank and a black tank. Gray tank, think of soapy water, shower, dishes, washing your hands. Black tank, solid waste, anything that comes out of you. Where do they go? Holding tank. So holding tanks on RVs have these little bubbles that tell you how full they are. So this is the black. We have one black, two grays. So that's the sink gray, that's the shower gray. Now you'll notice all of ours say empty. That's not a coincidence.
Chris and I, we've been RVing for years. And what we've learned throughout the years is you have to have a tank treatment.
You don't want to smell it. And I'll tell you, the soapy water in the gray tank is worse than the black tank. Hard to believe, but it is.
Oh, dude, that is nasty.
Yeah, now our tank showed empty, but we just actually dumped them.
So why are ours empty? We use the right treatment.
We use Liquefy.
And we've been using Matt's treatment. Well, I shouldn't just say Matt because it's their whole team, but we've been using Liquefied since it started. And you know, you're probably wondering, well, that's been like years. Why now?
Yeah, it's been over 2 years. So when we had our fifth wheel, we switched over to using Liquefy.
We used to use a powdered one, and we had a tank cleaning company come out, and it came out looking like peanut brittle because it didn't dissolve. So we went on the hunt to find a better product.
Yeah, and we've had poop pyramids prior to using Liquefy.
So this is definitely not a fun thing to do. Unfortunately, it feels like I had a pyramid. We had some soft solids down below.
To have a tank sensor that actually shows empty before you've had your stuff professionally cleaned, any RVer will tell you that that is absolutely rare. If you're doing your tank maintenance correctly with the proper equipment, Liquefied.
Yeah. So just a little insight. We've had our travel trailer for almost a year, and we've only exclusively used Liquefy. And we've never actually tested how it went.
Nope. And we're going to do that today. So we got tank rangers out here, Jeff and Tina Arnold. They're going to do a professional cleaning on our tanks. And we already show empty because of Liquefied. Let's go see what comes out of these tanks.
After 1 year of using Liquefy in our fifth wheel, and we had the same person clean our tanks, and we actually got an A.
Yep. So let's see what the last year has done to our travel trailer.
We kind of want to show you the process of what's going on here. We have a camera over to my left, and we have a camera underneath on the right. So here's our stinky slinky, and the valves are right over there. So we're getting ready to get it clean, and we want to show you the whole process.
Well, we won't show you the end of the hose because that's just rude.
Turn it off! Right? And it's a good thing you don't have smell-o-vision out here.
You can see the tank rangers here. Jeff's over there getting everything ready. He's got all the tools of the trade. And as Martha said, coming right over to the stinky slinky. So he's going to start his process and show you what it's like to do a clean out and why it's important as a professional. In his opinion, that you should be getting tank maintenance at least every year, especially if you're full-timers.
And we are all done. So this is Jeff with Tank Rangers. So overall, how was our tanks?
They were good. They were good.
Yeah.
If I had to grade them, I would probably say your kitchen gray was probably like a C. The kitchen gray is you got mold in there. You're always going to get mold in the tanks, especially grays. It's a dark area, you know, and if you're in hot areas, it all depends on the temperature, and you're going to grow mold.
Yeah, and I can see that too, because we do a lot of boondocking when we can. We were just recently in the Keys boondocking, and it was nice and hot there. So Chris and I, we like to try to stay in hot climates, except for right now it's a little chilly.
Freezing.
When you were doing the black tank, I heard it going clunk, clunk, clunk around, and I was like, I hear it.
Yes, that's good, because when I can hear it in the tank, that tells me the buildup you have is not much of a buildup. When I got here, your sensors read empty, which was great. Once you start getting in there, I'm peeling off the layers inside that tank. That's what you're seeing coming out of it. If I was to grade the black for a black, I would say you're probably like a B, a B plus.
Okay, that's good. And we had emptied the tanks this morning, but we did not backflush them. And then how was the bathroom gray?
Bathroom gray is you're an A, which is good, but
Yeah.
Everybody gets a gray a gray A on that because the
Yeah.
showers are not bad.
Yeah, and like with the kitchen, you have all the food particles and stuff. I mean, Chris and I try to be mindful, wipe
Yep.
out the dishes beforehand, but stuff's still going to get through. So how frequently would you recommend someone getting their tanks professionally cleaned?
If you're full-time, you should do it once a year. It's a preventative maintenance. It's what you do after maintains it, right? If I clean it today, it's how you maintain it, how you flush it. I love RVers when they watch the whole process, and I can teach them how to use the Valterra flush and the water meter correctly. Because when you do that, you can learn how to do your grays and your blacks. Everybody wants to focus on cleaning the blacks and
Yeah.
hooking up your flush, all that. That's fine, but your grays can be really bad. When I come, I like to also teach RVers to how to maintain their grays just as well as they do your blacks.
And then for like say weekend warriors, what would you recommend for them?
Probably every 1.5 to 2 years. You would think it's better,
Yeah.
but sometimes it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they do is they come in and they use the tanks, they fill it up, and they leave and they pull it and it goes out, and they don't do much maintenance. It's a way that they don't do it correctly.
Gotcha. So Jeff, we just want to say thank you so much for coming, cleaning our tanks. And where can we find you?
You can go to tankrangers.com or you call us at 772-216-9243. And we are on the east coast of Florida.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Now that our tanks are clean, thank you, Tank Rangers. So they just filled it with some water, and now we're going to treat the tanks. I'm going to show you how easy this is. So unscrew the cap, squeeze, and pour.
That was easy.
That's it, just flush it down. And we also use this in our gray tanks as well. So squeeze and pour. And then just run a little water just to make sure it goes down the sink or down the drain. And we're gonna do the same thing in the kitchen.
So to clarify, are you using the exact same liquefied that you use in the toilet in the gray tanks?
Yes.
And they also have a separate liquefied gray tank treatment that has a different scent, am I right?
Correct. And that's all you have to do to put more treatment into your tank.
Well, that was crappy.
Actually, I'm really happy with the whole process.
Yeah, everything went really smooth. Tank Rangers did a great job. Our tanks were in good shape to begin with. We knew that. It really comes down to just making sure you take care of your RV and having good maintenance and using the proper treatment.
Yeah, and lots of water. So when you flush and everything, like Chris and I, when we go to dump our tanks, we dump the black and then the gray after. So what kind of tank treatment do you guys use, or do you use one?
Yeah, I've heard all kinds of different options. We like liquefied, clearly. Let us know in the comments what you think, and most importantly,
Subscribe, ring the little bell so you know when our videos come out,
give us a thumbs up on this video.
and enjoy every moment.